We're going to move the lettering closer to Forte. Click on the select object, click on one of the characters. We're going to say no because we're going to select the whole line, and then using your arrow keys, your up and down arrow keys on your keyboard, you can click and move that closer to Forte. One thing to keep in mind on caps is the height. Down here we have our height and our width, and right now it's shown that our height is set at 1.52 inches. We'd like to keep that close to 2.2 inches max. Now we're going to add a line under the word Forte. Since we are digitizing for a cap, we want to work from the center out. So we're going to select our running stitch, and we're going to use a straight line, and we're going to position the cursor directly under the word Forte in the center. We're going to click, and holding the Shift key on your keyboard, we're going to drag over to the left directly under the F and click and right click to finish, and we have a straight line running stitch. Next we're going to take the steel stitch, again the straight line, and we're going to click where we left off, holding the Shift key on your keyboard, and click again back to the center, right click to end. Let's zoom in so we can see better. We want to change the width of the steel stitch, so we're going to select it with the select object icon, and when you right click, a submenu appears. We're going to select the steel stitch properties, and it's within this window that we can change the settings of the steel stitch. We're going to change the width to 0.157 or 4 millimeters. We're going to decrease the density to 55 or 2.17 millimeters. We'll keep the fill type to satin fill. We're going to check underlay, and we're going to give us a narrow zigzag. And we're going to change the rows per inch to 19 or 0.8 millimeters. Click OK. We're going to repeat the same process to the right side, but we're going to slightly overlap in the center area. In order to see that better, we're going to change it to the wireframe mode. We're going to select the running stitch and the straight line. We're going to work from the center out. Click, hold the Shift key, click again, and right click. We're going to choose the steel stitch and the straight line again, and we're going to click where we left off. Hold the Shift key, and then we're going to slightly overlap, click, and then right click. Again, you can see the width is not wide enough, so we're going to select the steel stitch, right click, go into steel stitch properties, and we're going to set the same settings. 0.157, 55, underlay to narrow zigzag, rows per inch, 19, click OK. And it's still slightly off. If you zoom in, you can see even better. So if we select the object, and with our up and down arrow keys, move it into position. Next we're going to add the question mark. We're going to zoom out so we can see. click on the lettering icon, and we'll position it right to the right. I'm going to type in a question mark. And we're going to keep this same font. We're going to change the size to 1.25 or 31.8 millimeters. And we're going to keep all the settings the same. Under the Stitches tab, we're going to keep the density the same. We're going to change the stitch length to 0.1575 or 4 millimeters. And under the underlay, we're going to select narrow column. We're going to change the width to 70%. We'll keep the density the same, which is 1.5 millimeters. And the sewing direction, we'll leave that alone. Click OK.